生きておられた。ご覧なさいませ。
OG Bento.
そなたの夫じゃ。
Uh-oh. He did not go out like
My man said he was too legit to quit. What's going on? It's your boy Syntell with the Intel, and you already see Rekkai is in the building. What's going on, champion?
Hello, Governor.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Shogun, yes. Episode
Shogun.
5. We are like going through this at a quick clip. This episode is called Broken to the Fist. Listen, make sure you stay to the very end because me and Rekkai, we're going to chop it up, have a bit of a back and forth, if you will. A review of the things that we like and the things we may be scratching our heads about. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Dang, we just starting off like this? Goodness. Just chunks of meat.
Chunks of meat.
Good Lord.
I mean, they all got obliterated by cannonballs. Facts, my guy.
You better ask for it, but it's here.
Whose people is that?
Wow.
父上がお戻りになられた。
Oh.
Oh, that's Toranaga. He pulled up.
Dang, he pulled up. Woo.
生きておられた。ご覧なさいませ。
OG Bento.
そなたの夫じゃ。
Uh-oh. He did not go out like
My man said he was too legit to quit.
Uh-oh. And she done gave up them. She done gave up them goodies.
賛同いたす。大坂から逃亡するなどと我らをコケにしたばかりか。お世継ぎまで愚弄したも同然よ。
He's like, yeah, that. We're gonna run with that.
トラナガが退路を辞したことで弾劾できなくなったのは誠に無念じゃ。
You can't impeach him.
Not if you quit.
石堂殿の腹心、池田殿がふさわしいと存ずるが。
あのポンクラか。座がいなかくそうなる。
Dang. Stink of countryside.
それがしは前田殿を推挙いたす。
さすがに人見る目が悪いじゃ。
That leprosy got him all the way jacked up.
座を囲むくらいならこの腹かっさばいた方がましよ。
杉山殿、ご存じなかったのであろうが、前田殿は大野殿のいとこにあたるお方じゃ。
He got leprosy. His cousin got syphilis.
I mean, his family go hard in the paint. They just out here barebacking the whole world, huh? Just raw dogging life.
腑に落ちました。
彼が初めてか。
主人には私を連れて行く理由がござりませなんだゆえ。
文太郎の働きは神業であったの。
Please show it. Oh God, I hope they show like at least some clips.
恐るべきことと存じまする。
わしが集めておいた浪人の一団が文太郎に加勢したのじゃ。江戸に着いた時、生き残った浪人は
Damn!
計り知れん苦難じゃったろう。
Oh, he is really that dude.
She already gave up that cookie though.
では主人は
She's
文
like,
太郎
I'm
には
already
そ
in
なた
hot
と同
water.
じく安心の屋敷に投留するよう申し付けた。 二人のどちらにも仕えられる。
Can't serve two masters, man.
我が息子の計りごとであったのか。
私には分かりません。
上善を死なせたのは愚の骨頂。 いささかの疑いも持たなんだが、上善を亡き者にするよう藪重にはめられたやもしれぬと。お前をあのような愚行に駆り立てさせたのは野心に燃える老いの方か。
That's exactly what happened.
というやつは人以上に油断がならぬ。そなたはやすやすと罠にはまりよった。人を操り獲物めがけて飛ばす術を身につけよう。そなたのために狩りをさせるのじゃ。
Listen, he just dropped gems on his son.
そのことが飲み込めるまでそなたから大砲隊の指揮権を取り上げる。
I mean, he had to.
Yeah.
Oh, what's in the box, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Just turned into the movie Seven.
They got a nice little rapper though.
He already know he don't want to open that box.
My father would poach from an estate in Chatham. Watch this. Mite kudasai. Now we'll hang it up for a few days to mature, maybe a week, depending on the weather.
My man said a week.
That's a whole different. That's not dry aging.
Kokoro imashita ka? Kinzuru. Hai. Sawattara shinu.
Okay, I'm confused.
料理人を変えとうなったら私から申し伝える。古様、安仁様がご自分のお屋敷でご自分のお好きなものを召し上がって何の触りがある。失礼いたします。
Uh-oh. Who that?
これは叔父上。無事にご生還遊ばされ何よりでござります。
マリコはどこじゃ？
Yeah, Papa home now.
嫁が万人と同じ屋敷に暮らしてると聞き、なんとも気分が悪かった。こたびはわしも同じ目に遭うとは。
Right.
言葉でござりまするが。
I guess he probably feels disrespected like that too as
私
well.
は旗本の性質でございますゆえ。
My niece is
わかりかねません。
consort to a barbarian as well. And I gotta live
Should've
under his
checked.
roof.
And she had to check him though.
ありがたいことに。安仁様には私より好みに合う女子がおりますの。
I see what you did there.
大坂に戻って双心なき旨を石堂に誓えと命じられたそうじゃな。
いつも通り全てお見通しでござい。
He's like, don't think I didn't know.
そうかの。もしや長門をそそのかし上善らを攻撃させたのはお主かの。
Dang, I'm not gonna be saying it straight.
このようなことを
さすれば指導への返答を遅らせることができ、これから先も双方につくことができるからの。
He said, boy, stop. I know you.
手応えのことを報告させまいとしてご決断されたのでございます。
長門はあのような策略を思いつくほど
恐れながら我がおいの仕向けたことかと存じまする。あの日の前夜、長門殿と酒を酌み交わしておりました我がおいの言葉であらぬ考えが浮かんだのでございましょう。
He'd be scrambling.
Because he better his head will roll if he don't say something right.
何故敵を誘い出す妙案を編み出してくれた
Toranaga
末
did
頼もしき若武者をわしが懲らしめねばならんのじゃ。
Dang, and he made it look like he's smarter than you.
やつめわしをなぶっておる。獲物を捕らえた鷹のようにわしを振り回しておるのじゃ。あろうことかこのわしの領地。
Right? In your own home?
叔父上、もしご所望であれば逮捕隊は叔父上にお譲りいたしますが。
And say, remember, old girl wanted Omi to be in charge anyway.
大坂に行ってくれ。石郎に申し開きをせねばならん。
English rabbit stew. Now, admittedly, I had to substitute for the ingredients, sake, sherry.
Look at their faces.
This is how we drink.
He about to get ripped.
Yeah, but you know, he a big dude. He processed liquor differently than the people here. Oh, I won't be outdone. Huh?
But it's a competition though. You know, that's just pride. You're not gonna back down.
Gonna be on the floor.
They're gonna both be ripped. Out here hugging each other, telling war stories that they can't understand.
なくなりましたと答えよ。それからその肉汁は海に捨てておしまい。
She said, and get rid of that food, whatever that was.
Well, my war stories are full of holes.
Please listen. My husband is tired and has had a lot to drink. You must tell him a story.
Yeah, look at his face.
Whew.
And she Kobe that thing. Did you see that? She Kobe'd it.
Mariko-sama, get out of the fucking way.
Damn, right through the same hole.
And I bet he hit the right post. She didn't flinch,
and he
dog.
did it faded.
Like mine, a man's wife is his property. But I believe strongly that his wife merits better.
Right? She ain't finna tell him that.
されど安仁様は妻をもっと丁重に扱ってはいかがかとおっしゃっておられます。And my mother, they all knelt before my father, who was forced to execute them one by one.
Wow.
Oh.
I asked my husband to let me take action against this injustice, but I can do nothing because my husband orders me to live.
She can't even take her own life. That's crazy.
I ask you to remember the eightfold fence.
誰が下がっておいと申した。マリコ!
He's disrespectful. He's out here ripped.
Faded. Making faded decisions.
Get back! 安仁様にこのようなありさまをお見せしてはなりませんなんだ。
Oh, Christ.
You haven't seen what?
安仁様の恥となりますゆえ。今さら何が恥でござりまする。この家は業の深い人間だらけ。
He gonna do it barbarian style. Catch up to him, beat the brakes off of him. Be talking sharp now. You know, he's bad with that bow.
He's nice with the bow. And he just came back from an impossible mission and survived.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely don't know one none of that sword work.
He's different.
Uh-oh. Oh, you about to get this work. What's happening?
Now, what are you doing? Get up!
その方の屋敷の輪を乱してしまうな。何だぞ。
Yeah, he's right. You have disrespected his house.
Sake! Is that your excuse? Get up, you bastard! On your feet!
He came out there with that pistola.
With the post. Yo, he couldn't even see the post where he was, which is crazy.
Wait, and did he split the first one with the second one?
お主の誠の名は殿本明直。かねてよりわしに仕える大事な家臣じゃ。患者の役目を続けよう。
Oh.
いかがいたしましょう。
その方の身代わりをあてがってやれ。
Okay.
You know. Get rid of that.
ひどい匂いを取り除いてはいけませんでしょうか。
I don't understand anything you're saying. Where is she?
Why would anybody want to eat that? That's nuts. Is that like I want to ask the chat, is that like a real delicacy back then to eat rotten meat like that?
I don't understand how getting some type of stomach disease is a delicacy.
Oh, the pox on that. Don't put it behind that folded fence of yours, whatever you call it. I see you. You're disgust for him. If you want to be free of that shitless coward, then be free of him.
Bro, you are not home, man. Chill out.
Her grandfather bought them from a drunken samurai for 3 bags of rice to spare her the embarrassment. But she knows nothing and we say nothing. Because our silence is what she merits. 禁じると仰せでござりましたゆえ。触ったら死ぬと。
What have you done?
She killed him.
You put that old man to death over a stinking, God-cursed pheasant.
You said the words.
Why in Christ's name didn't you ask me?
何卒。
You said it.
She tried to
ご
tell
成敗
you.
なされませ。
And she been trying to check out since they took her husband and her baby.
All of you! Go away!
It is serious. And you in a position of power, my guy. You gotta watch what you say.
He died for a great purpose. It was a better end than he could have hoped for.
I killed him.
Yes, you did.
Because you don't understand the culture.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, landslide.
Wow.
That has got to be the craziest thing to ever see.
I mean, absolute and pure helplessness. Whoa.
Was that Toranaga?
Yes. Whew.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
He's like, the engine saved me?
These belong to Fuji's father. They may not be much, but I'd be honored if he would accept this gift.
Mm.
He's starting to learn. Because he knows the story too.
Yes. Mm-hmm. The humor in that, right? But yet, you understand the meaning behind it, though.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And the thing is, he don't know that he knows the story, but he understands the meaning behind it. Did this just take out his army?
I mean, you saw how big that landslide was, right? That was crazy. Look at that. Like, land moving like water. You're right, it's taking over his army. Wow. Wow.
Just that quick, his advantage was erased. And it's all because of that stinking ass bird.
Huh.
The ground didn't even want that stinking ass pheasant. I was garden
that
is
was
just
the
a place to
gardener's
grow
rock.
things without a strong rock.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
不埒な患者目が暗躍しておったようでござる。
誰の家じゃ？
年寄りの庭師でござりまする。
Wow.
万人の屋敷に仕えておりました。
Look how that worked.
Won't he do it? Ain't that something?
I mean, he's samurai too, so you know he's okay.
ご母堂様の無事のお戻り、大老一同お喜び申し上げまする。
大老衆は一杯食わされたとも辛抱が足らぬことですまぬの。つい我が子の行く末を案じてしもての。
And she's on Toranaga's
太
side.
后様のお世継ぎにあだなすものあらば、この一同命をかけて。
No, she's not on
Is that
Toranaga's
right?
side.
もはや戦議は終わったと思ってよいのじゃ
Yes, she
ね。
is.
No, that's the son of and that's the mother of the heir to the throne.
しかと聞かせてもらいましょうぞ。
Yeah, she's the wild card. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Syntell. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet.
But she was the one that traded places with Toranaga at the beginning.
No, that was somebody else.
That
wasn't her. That was another, that was Toranaga's like squeeze. That's what I thought. Well, please correct me in the chat if I am wrong, but from my understanding, There's somebody that Toranaga is kind of like not cahoots with. He's not married to her, but they're together, and he swapped out.
I thought that the mother of the Taiko, the future Taiko, was cool with Toranaga because she knows that he's the only one keeping her and her son alive.
Yes.
Remember, she knows that Ishido and them want to kill her and get her son out the way.
Yes. But, okay. No, I think you are correct. I think you are right. Please let us know in the chat so that we're kind of maybe getting our lines crossed. That scene did happen. I know exactly.
Because remember, they wanted to push Toranaga, like even the former Taiko, before he died, he wanted to make Toranaga the Shogun. And he's like, no, that's not what I do. He said, I will protect your son with my life.
Right.
And he knew the only way to keep himself safe was when the Taiko's mother was at his spot. I think right now this is all game. Like, she's coming back saying that. Here's the thing. They're pushing for impeachment of Toranaga. So they need somebody who's on their side, and they all fighting about which person's going to come in and ultimately who they going to co-sign with.
Right. Well, they can't.
Putting herself in a position, but pretending to be on their side, she's really on Toranaga's side. That's just my estimation. That's the way I understand it right now.
Okay.
So I could be wrong.
No. I see how the dots are connecting, and I'm following with you on that. But she's back. She wants the council up and running because everything right now is stagnant right now, and this is the Game of Thrones-esque part of this show. It's like who's positioning what and where, and who's using who in order to get what they want, right? And we haven't really seen a whole lot of her. But now, now that she's back home, she's like, okay, we need to kind of like get things moving because right now, everybody's looking kind of like a fool. Toranaga got y'all wheel spinning right now. So that's.
But right now, if she's on Toranaga's side and she says, y'all answer to me because y'all let Toranaga do this and do that to y'all, their pride is going to be like, she's going to trick them into making moves that maybe they don't want to.
Okay.
To get back, get their lick back. And then when they fail, when Toranaga gets the one up on them, then she gets to shame him. She's like, really? You let him do that to you again? But it's almost like her and Toranaga working together as making them dudes pawns instead of stronger characters because they're allowing their pride to be moved into positions.
I can see that. Okay, I can work with that. I'm curious what you all in the chat think regarding this, because this is obviously a pivotal moment, because they could have easily ended the episode after the landslide or the earthquake, but they chose to give us a little bit more to show us other things in motion as far as like where the council is going. Because right now, what's giving Toranaga strength is the fact that the council can't get together to make any moves, so that gives Toranaga its opportunity to build strength. But now that she's home, the council can potentially get back together and move things in order, move things a little bit faster. And now Toranaga has kind of been hit with a huge hit to his army, to where he is, everything because of the earthquake. So now it seems like power is shifting again. Now we're just kind of like waiting to see like what the fallout of that is going to be. Anything else that stand out for you regarding this episode?
I think the only other thing that stands out is what a wild revelation that the spy in Yabushige's village is actually one of Toranaga's samurai. But then he used very smartly too the death of Wizuro to out him as the spy that Yabu's been looking for. So now he's got to be very careful. And not only that, Toranaga's got to be very careful at not revealing that he knows things, because then that will keep them like, wait, we thought we got the spy. We need to keep looking because he's got more than one spy. So now he's got to keep everything very close to the vest. And dude has got to be careful. That's the same way, like where I was thinking that the Taiko's mother, because Toranaga probably knows what's going on back, in Osaka or whatever, right? They're expecting probably falcons or pigeons to come in with messages that go to his main man, his right-hand man that's still in Osaka. But if he's disguising them and they're going to the mother of the Taiko instead, they're not looking for that. They watching his man as who's got all the information, and then the mother of the Taiko is the one getting all the information. Like, I don't know. Like, this is...
Yeah, it's not. It's not plain as day. It's putting us, the viewers, in the position to kind of figure out. We see moves happening, but we don't understand the meanings of those moves just yet. It's not clear regarding what that is. Go ahead, finish that thought.
I think I cannot say enough for Anna Sawai's acting in this. For her to have given us so little, a pretty face in Monarch, and to be giving so much in this, like, I see why she was picked. And it's not even the cultural thing. She is just very strong in this. The amount of emotion that she's able to emote, like, she gives a lot of stuff sometimes without even talking, side-eye glances and stuff, saying very little in a very controlled manner. She's doing the most, and it's working. It's very nice. So the whole back and forth between her husband, and especially the scenes that she had with Blackthorne, were incredible this episode.
Yes. Yeah, I like some of the higher level thinking regarding like the nature of life and the nature of duty and how that clashes and how, if you are not of the culture, how what is going on here can seem like pure insanity. But giving the shortness of life and how when you live in a space where typhoons can take you out at any given moment, a pissed off lord can take you out at any moment, a samurai can take you out at any moment, earthquakes can take you out, famine, there's a million different things of what can take you out so quickly. Your approach on life and how you see it changes. And them and how they navigate that. So the only thing that you can control in a sense is yourself and your duty and the things that you can control. So take an honor in that, because at any given moment it could be wiped out, right? And we just saw from the earthquake of the shortness of life. Somebody as important as Toranaga doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Toranaga is just this thing that's on the planet that can be wiped out in an instant. So having that understanding of why this culture does what they do, seeing from a Western standpoint, seems like insanity. It seems like, if somebody tells you honor certain things, like you honor your station and your position. The gardener honored what he does. He's a great gardener. He shows the importance of why we put this rock here so stuff doesn't just grow wild. And there's an interesting way how that ties into things as well, but that's another conversation. Well, anyways, him realizing that the house is dishonoring the whole community because of this rotting bird. He made a decision to help everybody, but in order to achieve that, he had to make the ultimate sacrifice, but in his eyes, he's doing this very honorable thing, but to Blackthorne, it's insignificant because it's just this bird. It's just this thing that he threw off. He doesn't recognize the power that he has over these people, because these people take every moment, everything that's said and done, and make sure it's the best version of themselves in order to give it, regardless if it affects them in a negative way, which also kind of goes back to that whole eightfold theory that they were talking about in the previous episode.
Fence.
Right,
yeah.
Eightfold fence, that in order to achieve this, you have to mentally be strong in order to do these things, but then separate your mind and your spirit from it and find a place of safety, because there is no safety. There is nowhere that you can run. There is no peace for you in this world outside of the peace that you find for yourself. It's some really high level, cool ways of going about trying to understand like how this culture functions. And I'm a Westerner just like Blackthorne is, and to to see it described and see how it's played out in real time, it's some really good writing. I'm really surprised that they're able to do it this well, and they don't beat you over the head with it. Like I'm beating you all over the head with me trying to discuss it. And I didn't know or remotely make it as eloquent as what we saw on screen, how they were able to do it and still, you know, keep the action and still keep your eye on the ball with keeping things moving. This is a very difficult thing to write. So I'm just very impressed with that.
Well, here's the thing. This novel by James Clavell was written in the 50s, I think. So you're talking about a piece of literature that's 70 years old at this point. And I think what this particular episode did was not only in showing honor and showing duty, like you said, but also showing that your words have actual meaning, that they have consequence. You know, Blackthorne saying, you know, put the bird up there, you know, don't nobody touch it or they die. And he was just trying to convey, I don't want anybody to touch the bird. I'm saving it for whatever it is that we do in my country that's whatever it is, it's nasty. But to that household, they had to take his word as law because his job was to lay down the law for this house. And his consort, her job was to make sure that law was enforced. Which that is such a different concept than here in the West. And even if that meant a man had to die, listen, you know the rule, don't nobody come over. He said, if you touch this bird, you die. And I think it was a beautiful thing that Weijiro did because he was dying, he was sick. And he said, so instead of him wither away and lose his dignity and be, you know, messing up his, you know what I'm saying, his little loincloth or, you know what I'm saying, whatever. He said, listen, I'm going to do this for the whole village. You know, because they at the point is like, why, we don't understand why the dirty, stinking, dead animal is there just rotting. You know, is this man a demon? What is going on? He did that and he's like, if I have to die that way, then I go out on honor. You know, and I'll be remembered for, you know, I did something wonderful for the village itself.
Yeah, I agree. And I do like how Blackthorne got it just a moment and put the rock back up. Like for a moment, it registered with him, you know? So it was like, well, let me show him honor in this way. And then how he delicately like moved the sand around that. Because it is like the firm thing in the garden that brings it all together. Is kind of like there's a million ways you can go about with how to explain with the garden and the rock and how that goes. But I really like that. I cut you off. Please continue.
No, I mean, you're absolutely right. It's like in the Western world, we get fascinated with the pageantry. We get fascinated with these cool looking, you know, samurai costumes to us, but their armor. We get fascinated with the swords and the sword fights and all this cool stuff, but we miss a lot of stuff. Like I was talking to my son, my oldest son, a few days ago, and we were talking about the next installment, or there's a new installment of Assassin's Creed game coming out called Red, which is basically going to be very similar, I guess, to Ghost of Tsushima. A wonderful game.
Yes, it is.
In Ghost of Tsushima, there's a part where part of your quest, you have to go to certain spots and sit down and figure out, like you write a haiku. And I remember my son couldn't figure out, what is this about? And I had to try to explain it to him. It's about how even in what you're doing, there is deeper meaning. You know, one of the 10 commandments is thou shalt not murder. Most people think it's thou shalt not kill, but it's thou shalt not murder, because being a soldier was an honorable profession. But if your profession is killing people, and as you see from the Buntaro, he shot arrows at his wife's face, and she did the Kobe. She didn't even flinch. Yes. Like, you remember with the Matt Barnes with the ball? She didn't even flinch.
Nah.
And it not once, but twice. She didn't bat an eyelid. If your focus, your poise is that you are that adept at killing, the thing is, there has to be another side of you so that you do not lose your soul, that you don't lose yourself. And here in the Western world, I won't say here in America, but in the Western world, we don't really have that. Like a lot of people, that's two very separate things. And that's why, you know, a lot of these folks are able to coexist or get through at war, and they've been a warrior all their life, but they're able to go back to the village and be the gardener, be the, you know, the fisherman, you know, be the dude who flies pigeons and not need, you know, 17 years of mental therapist, you know what I'm saying, help. Good and point. Being able to integrate back into society.
Great point.
Where us, we don't have that eightfold fence. So you take on that one persona, it becomes your persona. And now you're like, I don't know how to interact with people again. I don't know how to come into a place and see all the angles, see all the exits, think about slitting dude's throat. Like, we have a hard time with that because there's a full separation instead of being able to compartmentalize and be like, I'm through with this pocket. Now I move it to the back because I don't need it anymore. And now I, you know, use my other pockets that were always there. We take one thing, I'm a well-adjusted human being, and replace it with, now I'm an assassin. And it's like, okay, now it's time to go back to world. Ooh, well, I threw out the well-adjusted human being part. I don't know what to do no more, you know, and it's a whole different thing. And Blackthorne wasn't really understanding that. And Mariko, Lady Mariko, was trying to explain it to him with the eightfold fence. But that is something that's very missing and very hard to explain to Western cultures, I guess. Yeah. That's my...
No, very well said. Spiel. I think that's a great place to end it. That was good. That's dope. You're giving me a lot to think about. Hey, listen, if you've just been enjoying the conversation that me and Rekkai are having and just the way we chop it up and break it down, be a friend of the channel and hit that subscription button. And of course, give us that thumbs up, because that's how the people know you're digging what we're giving you. Now, I'm not gonna lie, typically we would save like this level of conversation for the Patreon, but I feel like this is a very special kind of show, and I'm happy that we're able to breathe a little bit more life into it so that you can enjoy it. But if you do want to hear deeper conversations, as you saw in the commercial that before that came, hop on over to the Patreon and you can get a deeper level understanding of some of the other projects that we have. Now, if you want to get to know Rekkai a little bit better, Rekkai, please tell the people how they get in contact with you.
You can catch me on all social media. Yes, my YouTube page is back up and popping, so I'm trying to get some things going there. And I do appreciate all of the love and everything from this channel and all the Patreons. Thank you very much. On all social media at Nuke from the Ville, NUPEFROMDAVILLE, because it's all about this right here.
Oh man, I can't wait to see what you all are saying in the comments. For the book readers, please no spoilers. Let us know what we got right, what we got wrong. And the fun one is always what did we miss? Hey, we will catch you all on the next episode. Take care.